Zag, pick and roll offense. We have Spencer and Carter in the corners playing the 2 and 3 positions. Damian and Lath are playing the 4 and 5 on the blocks. And Carson is the point guard for now, playing the 1 spot. Whatever position you play, just watch that one guy so that you're not confused. Let's learn the 4 and 5 position first. If the guard comes to your side, you will be the first screen on that side. You're going to roll to the block and then release to the top. You cannot be slow releasing to the top. As soon as you see that other screen being set on the weak side, you must bring the help side defense out and come to the top quickly. Damian is going to pass to the wing, set the screen, roll to the block, and release to the top. We're trying to score here on the weak side. It's designed to get layups, not to shoot threes. When you catch here, if you have a lane or shot, you can also take that there, and there's also that backdoor cut.
Next backdoor cut. Nice.
Now let's learn the rotations of the guards. I get a lot of players who say, I don't know the point guard position. They're all the same. The point guard just goes to the corner when he sets up the offense. Whether it's a pass or a handoff, Carson's in the corner, filling to the free throw line after Carter cuts, taking the screen, not there. Back up top, ball reversing. He's going to hang out. When it reverses back, he will backdoor cut to the other corner. All he's going to do is fill to the free throw line. Carter goes through. Now we have a weak side screen. See the roll? Is there. Layup. For this next part, I'm going to have you guys watch your position without me speaking.
Hit the next roll. Hit the next roll.
This is technically not a quick hitter. It's just a basic read. If the defender is in between you and the ball and he denies that handoff, we must push off him and backdoor cut there. If he's behind you, we can just execute the handoff and run the offense. Here is a clip of the defender taking away the handoff, so we backdoor. Don't force that pass if it's not there. That cutter will simply go to the opposite corner. That corner will fill to the free throw line extended, and then Lath will set the screen for Carson to set Zag up.
Why they keep... Hit the corner 3, Spencer. Hit the corner 3, Spencer.
The 3 main areas where we will try to score are off of attacking through the weak side screen. Whether we're attacking and getting to the lane for a layup, we're hitting the roll, or attacking and getting to the lane, but they close out, so we're hitting that corner 3. We will go over a few different ways that we start Zag through quick hitters. I'll show you what happens when it works and what happens when it doesn't, and how we get right back into Zag if it does not work. And we never reset. Zag is basically always 1 big and 1 guard on the weak side, and 1 big and 2 guards on the strong side. A triangle on one side and 2 on the other. Our first quick hitter is power. Power is a high screen for our guard to go that direction, and the big will roll to the opposite block while the other block will pop out to the top. The point guard is attacking downhill here, trying to get to the rim. If it's not there, he has the roll or that corner 3.
Good. Go.
If that's not there, this is how we rotate back into Zag.
Hit the next roll. Hit the next roll. Finish. Good.
If you do not have the lane or the roll to the opposite block, the other pass you have is that wing pass, and then you can just go to the corner. Our next quick hitter is called high post flash. And again, this starts from the big wanting to get involved and flashing to the high post on the ball side. If it's there, then we will have a baseline cutter and finish with a layup. After the high post entry pass, the point guard must get to the free throw line extended in case it does not work, so we can run the offense. If it's not there, do not force it. This is how we get back into Zag.
Set the screen, Lath. Hit the next roll. Hit the next roll. Hit the next roll. Don't travel there, Spencer.
This next quick hitter is called give and go. It will be there after they see the dribble handoff a few times. It's where our point guard is going to hand off to the wing and execute the good old-fashioned give and go.
Give and go, yeah.
If it's not there, do not force it. This is how we get right back into zag.
Hit the next backdoor cut. Hit the next, go. Hit the next backdoor cut.
So just don't sprint down there to hand the ball, right? And then meet Carter, let Carter meet you a little higher. So he's cutting this pass off a little bit, and that'll then gives you more room for Spencer to get that straight step. Okay.
Back screen is very similar to give and go. We're going to execute the handoff. The person receiving the handoff is going to quickly pass the ball to the top, and the person taking the handoff is going to kind of slow down and accept the back screen from the big on that block side.
So just start slow and then sprint. There you go. Now sprint. There you go.
If it's not there, he's just going to keep going through like he normally does after the handoff, and now we're in zag. Cross. Now this really isn't a quick hitter, it's just a way to show the defense something new and to mix up how we start zag. We're going to have our big start at the elbows, so it looks like a 1-4 high, and they're going to dive to the blocks, set screens for the opposite wings, who are crossing each other right underneath the basket and replacing sides. On cross, the 4 and 5s are screening for the opposite wings. That means Spencer screening for Carson, and Lath is supposed to be screening for Justin. Rewind that part back and see if you can see who does it right versus who does it wrong. Here is a live clip of cross. Watch how wide open Carter will be as soon as he catches the ball. Too bad Damian is sleeping. He needs to be setting a screen as soon as Carter touches. Watch how Spencer does a great job backdooring from that top spot instead of sitting, waiting for the ball. At the same time, Damian needs to see this and replace for him so he can bring the help side defense away and be in position to set zag up through the other side. Instead, he's going to sit underneath the rim and not even box his man out.
Good cut, Spencer!
Hey! If we can't get the ball, go through zag until we get the high. Go through zag. Stop. Don't pass. Stop. Don't pass. If we're covering here, he's not sitting 1 second.
If you play the 4 and 5 spot, this is very basic. If you have not noticed, you're on the same side the entire time. The only time you will switch is if the defender is denying the pass to you on the top, then you will backdoor cut and replace sides with your other big.
You're sleeping on the block when he didn't have his guy here, he backdoor. You have to fill for him. Fill for him. And now you got 6 sides. Okay? You got it? So you've been out for a while.
Hey, that spot is just like 5 out, right? Anytime you're overplayed above the free throw line, you back to it, correct? So whether you're exactly 5 out, that's huge. You guys are going to be the ones that get overplayed.
You guys getting that? You guys getting this? You're running the same thing. And another thing we can do, let's keep going.
If you are a guard, you have to be strong enough with the dribble in order to keep it, because if we have our big releasing to the top and sleeping once the defense denies him the ball, instead of backdoor cutting like he should be, we must keep our dribble, and we will now have the other big set a screen for the guard to go baseline. It is so important that we keep our spacing on the strong side, because zag is basically an offense that turns the game into 2-on-2 basketball, working through a pick and roll on the weak side. And those strong side players are catch and shoot players or attacking the closeout when necessary. We must be aggressive in attacking through the weak side. Now let's watch how Gonzaga does it. I want you guys to notice and pay attention on how when the players are out of position, they quickly figure out how to get back into zag without resetting.
Kennedy, their first-team all-league player, came off the bench. Moreira hurt his knee. Really never got back in the flow after that. Little continuity pick and roll here.
Nunez to Gary Bell Jr. He and Pangos have played together so many games. Such an experienced backcourt for the Zags. 2 4-year starters. Angel Nunez, the Louisville transfer from the baseline. Nice touch. One of them.
especially with a terrific flash and high post pass.
Now trying to get back into it. Trent Guinness in the lane. Gets the rattle to go.
Down 2 or 3 threes. You get this place maybe rocking.
He's got 4 threes now, 14 points for the game. He had only 5 points at halftime.
Look at the patience. Patience, little poise, usually equals points, the 3 Ps. And that's really Gonzaga. Always looking for the high percentage shot.
Oh, they leave Bell, and he buries a 3.
They don't take bad shots, Dave. You
Going to play through the guards with Pangos and Bell or play through the front court, and I think we're starting to see that the front court is where they will play through, but the back court's pretty darn good, and they'll pick and choose their spots where they'll knock down shots and make plays.
Guinness with a miss there, but the deflection went out of bounds.
Just because you see a good college running this does not mean we cannot do the same. We can be just as smart. We can be just as skilled. About the only thing we can't change is maybe the talent, because we can't be 7 feet tall and maybe not jump 50 inches. But all those other things are possible. And yes, I'm talking to the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th graders. But you have to put in the work and you have to understand.